So, are we repeating the same path the Bush administration took in 2003 to justify the invasion of Iraq? Only now it's 2025, and there are potential aggressive moves made against Venezuela by the Trump administration? In 2002, the case for war leaned on weapons of mass destruction and a claimed link to Al Qaeda. It was delivered with urgency, wrapped in talk of looming danger, and it won a vote in Congress. After the invasion, inspectors and reviews found no stockpiles of weapons of mass destruction and a lot of overstated claims on Saddam's ties to Al Qaeda. And so the gap between the Bush sales pitch and the facts became somewhat the story of why the invasion took place. Now we cut to 2025, and there is this new label of narco terror. And it's led to two boat strikes in September, 11 killed on September 2nd and three more on September 15th. And the videos were promoted across the internet by the White House, as well as body counts, but there has been no public display of any evidence. Venezuelan officials and locals say at least one boat was a tuna crew. So the same gap we saw in Iraq is back here. Big claims of what actually is happening, but there's not very much public proof. The legal move for these strikes on Venezuelan boats also rhymes here. In 2002, Congress passed an Iraq specific authorization for use of military force, giving a clear, if controversial, domestic basis for war. Today, the Trump administration leans on Article 2 powers, new terrorist designations for cartels, and the nearly 25-year-old post 9/11 authorization for use of military force that was written for those tied to the September 11th attacks, not criminal cartels and syndicates. At sea, the United Nations Charter allows self-defense after an armed attack. The law of the sea also targets pirates, stateless vessels, or in hot pursuit by proximate coastal states, not the U.S., which is 1,100 miles away at its closest point. Blowing up a foreign flag boat on an unproven drug claim sits in a very, very gray zone that invites court fights, protests from partners, and friction within the region, at best. At worst, it could start a war. The military posture here is limited, but it is climbing. Reports describe F-35s, 7 U.S. Navy surface vessels, a submarine, and roughly 4,500 sailors and Marines deployed to the Caribbean. Caracas has answered with jet flybys near a U.S. destroyer and talk of mobilizing 4.5 million militia members, as well as opening a larger pipeline with Iranian proxies.